Start lang.
Okay. Good morning. Before we start our PREBID conference for 2024, we will call on Engineer Antonio Igbita to lead the opening prayer.
Okay, please stand for the prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Heavenly God, our Father, we firstly thank you for the gift of life, which in every one of us present today. May you continue to impart our wisdom, presence of mind, so that we may be able to fulfill our duties effectively. All this Lastly, may this be with confidence with us. We ask this in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, who lives and reigns over humanity and
Today again, we will call on our Back Secretariat to do the roll call of the members of the Back, DPWH Back Secretariat member as well as contractors representative who are present today.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. Again, good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, as I call your names, please acknowledge Engineer Ninfa Enriquez, Back Chairperson.
Present.
Engineer Antonio Aaron Cepeda, Back Regular Member. Engineer Carlo Lecha, Back Provisional Member. Engineer Lira Quinca, Back Provisional Member. I would like also to acknowledge the presence of the Back Secretariat Member, Mr. Francisco Castillo, the staff of the Back Secretariat, Engineer Janet A. Tolentino, and yours truly, Engineer Patrick Camino, head of the Back Secretariat.
It seems that there are observers and no contractors representative present today. Based on Section 22.3 of 2016 revised IRR of RA 84 and ITB 9.1, attendance will not be mandatory. Since majority of the back members are here, I declare this PREBID conference today with quorum. I now call this PREBID conference order. I will give the floor to our Back Secretariat member to read and discuss today's PREBID conference.
The agenda of today's PREBID conference: brief presentation, explanation by the back of the following: the basic contract data, including contract description, approved budget for the contract and duration, requirements of bidding documents, including instruction to bidders, general conditions of contract, special conditions of contract, specifications, drawings, bill of quantities and forms, documents to be submitted by the bidders on the technical proposal and financial proposal, criteria and procedure for eligibility check, preliminary examination of bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post qualification and award. Number 2, questions, comments from bidders and replies, the back and other representatives of procuring entity. Number 3, other matters, and the last, summary proceedings, including supplemental and bid bulletin distribution.
I declare this agenda approved. We will call on Engineer Lira Quinca and Engineer Carlo Lecha to enumerate the basic contract data of the project, and followed by Mr. Damiano Nikit who will also read the requirements of the PREBID document.
Basic contract data, contract ID number 24GF0069, name of contract, construction of Igbita Road, including back culvert, location Miagao, Iloilo, scope of works, Part A, facilities for the engineer, Part B, other general requirements, Part C, earthworks, Part B, sub-base and base works, Part E, surface works, Part F, bridge construction, Part G, drainage and slope protection structures. Part A, miscellaneous structures. Approved budget for the contract, 4,900,000 pesos. Contract duration, 57 calendar days. Fika Name of contract. Rehabilitation of Tubungan multipurpose building. Location, Tubungan, Iloilo. Scope of works. Part A, facilities for the engineer. Part B, other general requirements. For Division 1, general. Part C, earthworks. For Division 2, buildings. Part C, finishing and other civil works. Part F, electrical. Approved budget for the contract. 14,850,000 pesos. Contract duration, 233 calendar days. PCAB license category, C and B or small b. Cost of bidding documents, 25,000 pesos. Next, contract ID number, 24GF0119. Name of contract, Concreting of Barangay Alupidian FMR, Barangay Alupidian. Location, Tigbauan, Iloilo. Scope of works. Part A, facilities for the engineer. Part B, other general requirements. Part C, earthworks. Part D, sub-base and base course. Part E, surface course. Part D, drainage and slope protection structures. Approved budget for the contract, 19,900,000 pesos. Contract duration, 187 calendar days. PCAB license category, C and D or small b. Cost of bidding documents, 25,000 pesos. Next, contract ID number, 24GF0124. Name of contract, Concreting of Barangay San Mateo Sur, Barangay Talagutac, Barangay San Mateo Sur, and Barangay Talagutac. Location, San Joaquin, Iloilo. Scope of works. Part A, facilities for the engineer. Part B, other general requirements. Part C, earthworks. Part D, sub-base and base course. Part E, surface course. Part U, drainage and slope protection structures. Approved budget for the contract, 14,925,000 pesos. Contract duration, 96 calendar days. PCAB license category, C and D or small b. Cost of bidding documents, 25,000 pesos. Next, contract ID number, 24GF0125. Name of contract, construction of one-story, two-classroom school building, Atty. Blas and Gerona Memorial Elementary School, Barangay Cabubungan, Guimbal, Iloilo. Scope of works. Part A, facilities for the engineer. Part B, other general requirements. For Division 1, general. Part C, earthworks. Part D, reinforced concrete. For Division 2, buildings. Part E, finishing and other civil works. Part F, electrical. Approved budget for the contract, 4,975,000 pesos. Contract duration, 106 calendar days. PCAB license category, C and D or small b. Cost of bidding documents, 5,000 pesos. Last contract ID number, 24GF0126. Name of contract, construction of one-story, two-classroom building in Nanga Integrated School, Barangay Nanga, Guimbal, Iloilo. Scope of works. Part A, facilities for the engineer. Part B, other general requirements. For Division 1, general. Part C, earthwork. Part D, reinforced concrete. For Division 2, buildings. Part E, finishing and other civil works. Part F, electrical. Approved budget for the contract, 4,975,000 pesos. Contract duration, 106 calendar days. PCAB license category, C and D or small b. Cost of bidding documents, 5,000 pesos.
Interested bidders may obtain further information from DPWH Iloilo 1st District Engineering Office and inspect the bidding documents at the South Street, Guimbal, Iloilo during weekdays Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by the interested bidders on March 28, to April 16, 2024 from the address given and upon payment of the applicable fee for the bidding documents. It may also be downloaded free of charge from the website of the Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System or PhilJEPS and the website of the procuring entity, provided that the bidder shall pay the applicable fee for the bidding documents not later than the submission of their bids. Bid submission may be done manually or electronically online. However, bidders should only select one mode of submission, either manual or electronic. Similar to manual submission, the guidelines for the preparation and submission of the electronic bid are contained in the BDS or the bid data sheet. Bids must be duly received by the Back Secretariat at the address given for manual submission or at the electronic bids_Iloilo1 at dpwh.gov.ph for electronic submission on or before April 16, 2024 at 10 a.m. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any acceptable forms and in the amount stated in the ITB or the instruction to be issued. On April 16, 2024, after the eligibility processing at the Procurement Office, Rizal DPWH Iloilo 1st District Engineering Office, Rizal Street, Guimbal, Iloilo, bids will be opened in the presence of the bidder's representative who choose to attend at the address given. Late bid shall not be accepted. The DPWH Iloilo 1st District Engineering Office reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to contract awards in accordance with Section 41 of RA 9184 and its IRR, without hereby incurring any liability to the affected bidders or bidder.
Madam Chairperson, I will not discuss the bidding requirements anymore because that requirements of the bidding documents are stipulated in the Philippine Bidding Documents Division. We suggest that the bidders should read this document.
Now we proceed to the technical, financial, and eligibility requirements. Our Back Secretariat will be the one to read the requirements as well as the criteria procedure for eligibility, preliminary examination of bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualifications, and award.
Madam Chairperson, since the documents required in the technical and financial components are mentioned in the instruction to bidders. Further, however, Engineer Tolentino will continue to discuss criteria and procedure for eligibility bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification, and award.
Opening of preliminary examination of technical components of bids. The purpose of this examination is solely to determine the presence or absence of each of the required documents comprising the bid, as stated in Section 3.5.2, using a simple non-discretionary pass if present or fail if absent criterion with the age checklist. Eligibility check. After the preliminary examination of the technical components of the bids, the BAC, assisted by its BAC Secretariat, shall conduct the eligibility check of each bidder that pass the documentary requirements for the technical components of the bids. That is, the BAC shall determine if the bidder is eligible to bid for the contract being procured. This shall be done electronically using the DPWH-CWA. Preliminary examination of financial components of bids. The BAC shall then open the financial component of the bid or second envelope of each bidder whose technical component of the bid was rated as passed with complete documentary requirements and was declared to be eligible for the contract. Criteria for detailed evaluation of bids. In the detailed evaluation of the bids that pass the preliminary examination, the BAC shall apply non-discretionary criteria, including the following: completeness of bids, arithmetical corrections, evaluation on equal footing, rule of discrepancies. Bid prices in figures versus words prevail. Total price per item versus unit price prevails. Total price versus actual sum component items, actual sum prevails. Unit cost in daily estimate versus unit cost in BOQ prevails. And total calculated bid prices. Post-qualification. The post-qualification shall verify, validate, and ascertain all statements made and document submitted by the bidder with the LCB, using non-discretionary criteria as stated in the bidding documents. These criteria shall consider but shall not be limited to legal requirements, technical requirements, and financial requirements. If the bank determines the bidder with the lowest calculated bid passes all the criteria for the post-qualification, it shall declare the said bid as the lowest calculated and responsive and recommend to the hook the award of contract to the said bidder at the submitted bid price or his calculated bid price, whichever is lower. IR 734.4. Based on the bid evaluation report and post-qualification report, the bank shall declare the lowest calculated in response. Recommend to the hook the award of a contract IR 707.1.1. This decision shall be embodied in the bank resolution using form DPWH-INFR-14 to be submitted to the hook for approval. Within 3 calendar days from the submission of such resolution recommending award of the contract to the bidder with the LCRT, the bank shall notify all other bidders writing of its recommendation IR 07.1.
Thank you, Engineer Tolentino. Any questions, clarification?
None.